On tap, Hop Mountain Pale Ale. Hi, I'm James Knott, and this is your Better Beer Authority. We're drinking Hop Mountain Pale Ale from the Old Dominion Brewing Company in Dover, Delaware. The brewery distributes their beer within a 200-mile radius. Old Dominion sent us this beer, so thanks to them for sending it. Now, since this isn't a blind tasting, these guys could be swayed by the fact that this beer is free. However, if you've seen our 2 Newcastle episodes, you'll figure out quickly that these guys aren't afraid to stomp all over free beer. Hop Mountain Pale Ale is an American pale ale with 6.6% ABV and 41 IBUs. It was originally called Dominion Pale Ale. They use Nelson Sauvin, Cascade, and Columbus hops. The brewery recommends pairing this beer with Pan-Asian cuisine and poultry. Cluck, cluck. They describe the beer as having a strong hop character, medium dry finish, and floral hop aroma. Serve it in a pint glass at 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Cluck, cluck. Chef.
Yes, sir.
What are your initial impressions of this beer? Cluck.
Cluck. The initial impressions are this is a nice beer. I mean, it's definitely a nice representation of a pale ale. It does have kind of a floral hop note to it, more on the hoppy side from a nose perspective. But then when you taste it, it does have a nice citrus flavor, a little bit of a caramel finish. But I think they say it's kind of a medium dry. I don't really get the medium dryness. I think it's pretty smooth.
You're clucking crazy.
Cluck you.
You think it is dry or it's not dry?
I think it's. I guess a medium dry. I mean, I don't know what the medium dry necessarily stands for, but I mean, I guess it is kind of that. But I think it's not. I don't think it's that dry.
Mm-hmm. Just medium dry.
Well,
Jovi,
maybe I don't know.
What are your thoughts on this beer?
I like it, James. It's got good presentation. When we poured it, like we all were saying, it's nice to look at, kind of like Mark. Yeah. Easy on the eyes. It's got a nice lacing on the head. Stays around for a while. You know, Chef was saying how it's kind of got that caramel finish a little bit. I'm picking that up a lot. But you know, going back to his drying effect, I think it does have a drying effect. But I think the alcohol, the 6.6 ABV, I think that's maxed pretty well in this beer because I think it's very easy drinking. But I mean, I would never be able to guess that, you know, it's above 6.5 ABV on this.
Mark, what are your thoughts?
You know, when I initially started drinking this beer, I had a couple of little bitter beer faces going on there for a minute, and
you seemed downright angry.
It was a little frustrating because I usually do not care much for pale ales, and I felt kind of bad trying to be unbiased toward the beer. I will admit, after giving it a few sips and trying it out, I'm starting to find some of the more redeeming characters in the beer. I think that the actual hop presentation, very floral, very tasty. It almost seems quenching, thirst quenching, because I mean the hop character in it is actually pretty potent and pretty good. You know, at first I was tasting the bad hop, and I was like, this is awful. This is licking butthole bad.
Wow.
But now I'm starting to notice a little bit more that.
How do you know that, Cluck?
Well, because I have amazing clucking friends.
Okay. Anyways, so does that mean? Does that change your rating? This, you know, appreciation of like how it's developing.
I know that I've been kind of sitting on the fence between going 5 and 6 on this beer. At first I was a 5, now I think I'm at a 6, actually, because, I mean, if the way that I'm experiencing this beer has changed from start to finish, it has changed that much, I would be willing to give this another shot. Right, I mean, I would have another one right now, just to make sure. You know,
just to prove it.
I want to know that there's not kind of a phenomenon going on right here. But no, you know what? At first, I was not a fan of it, but I didn't want to be unfair. But now, I'm enjoying it.
It's growing on you.
It's growing on me.
Living the dream.
Yes, sir.
How do you rate free beer?
You know, this is an 8 for me. I think this is the best clucking representation of a pale ale that I can find.
If it was the best, it'd be a 10, man. Come on.
I'm with you. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of a pale ale, but I think this is an excellent representation of a pale ale.
Fucking disgrace.
Joby, rating? This episode's falling apart.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to go with a 7, James.
Okay. It's great clucking rating.
You know, like where these guys are going, I don't think I'd go into the store looking for a pale ale these days. With all the IPAs that we've been doing, you know, I want that robust or like really high hop characteristics in my beer. So I kind of tend away from, you know, the smoother pale ales. But this one's pretty good. It's got, you know, good drinkability. Again, that rates high with me. And, you know, I don't know if it's not Old Dominion, it's just Dominion.
No, it is Old Dominion.
Is it Old Dominion?
I think that's kind of confusing, actually.
It just says
it's Old Dominion Brewing Company, but they just write Dominion on there.
Yeah, I wonder if they do have an IPA. I'd like to see what they had. This is the second offering we've had from them, and both of them have been pretty good, so it'd be interesting to see what else that brewery has to offer.
I will tell you that having this makes me want to explore pale ale more.
Yeah.
I know, like I said before, I'm not a pale ale guy, but I feel like pale ale is a pretty distinct style that there are a lot of breweries that offer it.
I feel like there's a big U-turn from about 5 minutes ago.
Well, I told you up front, you know, that I didn't want to be unbiased, you know, because I felt like because I don't care for pale ales, I was going to give this a bad rating, and I was trying to be fair. But actually trying it and, you know, giving it its due diligence, I mean, I'm starting to find that this beer is actually decent. But I want to make sure that, you know, it's not just my own alcohol consumption tonight that's being like, oh, okay, you know what, this isn't so bad. It's only your third beer today, so cool. But I actually want to try other pale ales on their own merit and actually see if they're good. So I'm expanding. I'm growing.
Well, homework assignment.
Good job, buddy.
Homework assignment. Go buy some pale ales.
I want people to tell me what are some good pale ales I need to try. They know.
All right. Hop Mountain Pale Ale gets a 7.0 on the BBA scale. What's your favorite Old Dominion beer? Let us know in the comment section. Thanks to Old Dominion for sending us this beer. We really appreciate it. And if someone out there would like to send us beer, then just message me on YouTube. Thanks for watching. I'm James Knott, and this is your Better Beer Authority.
Better Beer Authority. Better Beer Authority. Better Beer Authority.